Hey everyone! So today we're going to pull back the curtain on a field that, let's be honest, is often pretty misunderstood. We're going to demystify modern psychiatry and really look at the practical ways it supports mental health and well-being.
So let me just ask you this right off the bat. When you hear the word psychiatry, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it can feel like a bit of a mystery, maybe even something kind of intimidating. Well, the goal today is to replace all that mystery with some real clarity.
Okay, let's dive right in. If we're going to understand the landscape of mental health care, we have to start with the basics. What exactly is modern psychiatry anyway?
At its heart, psychiatry is a medical field, and that's a really key distinction. It's not just about talking through problems, it's about the medical diagnosis, the treatment, and, this is super important, the prevention of a whole spectrum of conditions that affect our minds, our emotions, and, our behaviors too.
Now let's clear up one of the biggest points of confusion out there: the difference between a psychiatrist and a psychologist. Think of it this way. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor, an MD. That's why they can prescribe and manage medication. A psychologist, on the other hand, usually focuses on talk therapy and different behavioral strategies. Now, both can provide psychotherapy, that's the talk therapy part, but only the psychiatrist brings that medical training and the ability to prescribe to the table. They actually work together all the time, but their tools and training are just different.
So let's build on that. Because modern psychiatry isn't just for one or two specific issues. The scope of care is huge. It covers an incredible range of human experiences.
First up, there's a huge focus on mood and our emotional health. Psychiatrists help people navigate really complex challenges, like depression and bipolar disorder, which often have deep biological roots. But they also provide absolutely crucial support for things like managing anger, stepping in during a crisis, or helping you develop strategies to finally break free from those negative thinking patterns.
And then you've got the whole world of anxiety, stress, and trauma. And we're not just talking about feeling a little worried here, no. We're talking about very targeted treatments for things like panic attacks, for the intrusive thoughts that come with OCD, and for the profound impact of PTSD. Psychiatry also helps with really modern challenges, like burnout from work and social anxiety.
What's really amazing is that psychiatric care is for every single stage of life. There's specialized support for kids and teenagers with things like ADHD, help for individuals on the autism spectrum, and it goes all the way to geriatric psychiatry, which helps older adults face challenges like dementia and Alzheimer's.
And finally, there's a focus on behavior and cognition. These are the areas where our brain's wiring directly impacts how we act every day. This is where you'll find specialized care for eating disorders, for addiction and substance abuse, and for sleep disorders like insomnia. It also covers very complex conditions like schizophrenia and can provide assessments for just general memory or focus problems that can really affect anyone.
So, we've seen what psychiatry treats, but how does it actually work? What does the process of getting help really look like? Let's go ahead and open up the Psychiatrist Toolkit.
So, the journey isn't some big secret. It's actually a really clear, structured path. It always starts with a thorough assessment to understand you as a whole person. From there, a personalized treatment plan is created just for you. And it doesn't just stop there. It involves compassionate, ongoing care to support you for the long haul. All right, the first major tool in the toolkit is psychotherapy, which you probably know as talk therapy. This is totally a collaborative process. You work with the psychiatrist to understand your thought patterns, to develop healthier coping skills, and to get at the root causes of whatever you're facing.
The second tool is medication. And the most important thing to know here is that it's only used when it's really needed, and it's always managed with incredible care. The whole point is to help manage symptoms and restore a sense of balance, while the psychiatrist is closely monitoring your progress and making adjustments to make sure the treatment is both safe and effective.
And treatment goes way beyond the doctor's office. The third part of the toolkit involves all these supportive strategies. It's a holistic approach, right? It could mean making some lifestyle adjustments, learning new techniques for managing stress, and sometimes even bringing in family or couples for counseling to make sure your entire support system is as strong as it can be.
We've covered the what and the how, so now let's tackle some of the practical questions and concerns that, people often have when they're thinking about seeing a psychiatrist.
This is a big one. It's a logistical hurdle that can honestly stop people before they even start. So do you need permission from another doctor just to get help?
And the answer, thankfully, is super simple. No. In most cases, you can book an appointment directly all by yourself. This is a huge deal, designed to remove those barriers and make getting care much more straightforward. It really puts the power back in your hands.
Okay, this next question might be the most important one for so many people. It's all about privacy. Is what I say and what I'm treated for, is it all kept confidential?
The answer is a resounding yes. Absolutely. Confidentiality isn't just a suggestion, it's a cornerstone of psychiatric care. Your privacy is protected by law, which is absolutely essential for building the trust you need for treatment to work. This legal and ethical duty means you can speak openly, knowing your information is safe. It's truly the foundation of the whole relationship.
This one gets to the heart of that uncertainty a lot of people feel. I mean, with so many options out there, different therapies, different medications, how in the world do you know where to even begin?
The key thing to remember is that you don't have to figure this out alone. Not at all. It all starts with that first step, just having a conversation. That thorough assessment we talked about, it isn't just a checklist. It's about a doctor getting to understand your unique situation, your biology, your life experiences. And that allows them to create a treatment plan tailored specifically for you. It's a partnership right from day one.
You know, when you strip away all the medical terms and the different types of treatment, it all boils down to this. The ultimate goal of psychiatry is really clear, and it's profoundly human. It's about restoring balance and improving your quality of life.
So we'll end with this thought. Knowing now that the support is broad, that the process is structured, and that help is accessible, what could that first step toward better mental health actually look like for you? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.